The female CEO forcibly pulled off the janitor's mask, only to discover he was the father who once abandoned her. Seeing her once loving father now in such a pitiful state, her heart was filled with mixed emotions. She remembered how he had heartlessly cast her aside, and in anger, she slammed the wallet in her hand to the ground. Out spilled a collection of mementos from her childhood. It turned out that 5 years ago, the company she had founded fell into massive debt due to poor management, owing wages to hundreds of employees. Facing bankruptcy and endless debt collection, she hadn't completely lost hope because she believed her father would give her fearless, unconditional love. Sure enough, her father soon appeared with a lunchbox. He opened it, took out a dumpling, and handed it to her. "Eat this dumpling. From now on, you are no longer my daughter." Those words completely broke her heart. At that moment, she truly became utterly alone. Her best friend couldn't bear to watch and scolded her father for being so cruel. But her father coldly replied that the only reason he had ever cared about her was so she would care for him in old age, not to pay off her debts. Now that her company had collapsed, he would not suffer with her. He pulled out a pre-prepared severance agreement, threw it on the ground, and left without looking back. The CEO cried bitterly, unable to stop her father from leaving. What she didn't know was that her father was already shedding silent tears. He had no way to save her company, so he struck a deal with a mysterious tycoon, trading his own heart for $30 billion in investment to help his daughter. From then on, he lived on with an artificial heart. 5 years passed. With the investment, the CEO rebuilt her empire and became the pride of the business world once again. But her father's artificial heart was failing, and his body grew weaker. The hospital issued a critical notice he had at most 3 months left to live. He accepted his fate calmly, but still worried about how his bedridden wife would survive after he was gone. Later, a doctor realized he had forgotten the patient's file and hurried after him, only to run into the CEO's best friend. Curious, she asked about the old man's condition. The doctor explained, "He's not sick. 5 years ago, he donated his heart to a wealthy businessman, and has been surviving on an artificial heart ever since." Hearing this, the best friend suddenly connected the dots and rushed to confirm with the doctor. The doctor showed her the record of the heart donation and confirmed that he had performed the surgery himself. The father had given up his heart in exchange for the $30 billion investment that saved his daughter's company. The truth left the best friend shaken. The man both she and the CEO had believed to be the most heartless had, in reality, silently sacrificed his life to support and protect his daughter. Just then, the best friend received a message. Checking her phone, she learned that the misunderstood father had just finalized the severance with his daughter, cutting ties once and for all. Moments earlier, while cleaning the street, the father had accidentally seen his daughter attending her godfather's birthday banquet. A surge of complicated feelings welled up in him because today was also his own birthday. After regaining composure, he picked up his cleaning tools and prepared to leave, but then noticed that his daughter had forgotten her birthday gift in her unlocked car. After a struggle, he decided to bring the gift to her. But when he saw her face up close, he realized she was the very daughter he had severed ties with. Thankfully, he was still wearing a mask, sparing them both the awkwardness of recognition. He placed the gift on a nearby table, but in his rush to leave, accidentally bumped into a wine table. He quickly apologized and offered to pay for the damages. Unexpectedly, the CEO, hearing this, immediately called her father to confirm the truth. Sure enough, the phone in her father's pocket began to ring. The CEO rushed forward and forcibly opened his pocket, revealing the familiar face she could never forget. Her father then pulled out his worn wallet and explained that he only had a few hundred yuan left on him. If it wasn't enough, he could write her an IOU and pay her back once he had the money. But the CEO angrily slapped the wallet to the ground. Out spilled many photos of herself from childhood to adulthood. Overcome with emotion, she demanded to know why her father still kept her pictures. Her godfather stepped in, saying that this old man must be doing it on purpose, hoping she would feel sentimental and give him some benefits. Immediately, her father became the target of mockery and criticism from the guests. Not wanting his daughter to lose face, he tried to pick up the wallet. But the CEO, filled with resentment rooted in love, said that if he was willing to drink a severance toast with her, not only would she return the wallet, she would also give him an additional 1 million. Her father recalled the doctor's warning: he absolutely must not drink alcohol in the next 3 months, or the consequences would be fatal. So he said firmly that he never drank. The CEO thought it was because she hadn't offered enough money. She immediately threw another 2 million on the floor. Her father didn't want his daughter to become a laughingstock in front of everyone. On top of that, his bedridden wife needed expensive surgery, and with only 3 months left to live himself, he had no way of gathering such money in time. So, gritting his teeth, he agreed to her request. The CEO was shaken. She hadn't expected her father to so easily expose what she thought was his vanity and greed. She walked to the banquet table, picked up a knife, and cut her own finger. Letting the blood drip into a glass of wine, she declared, "As soon as we drink this, no matter what blood ties we share, from today on, we are completely severed." Looking at his daughter's ruthless gaze, her father didn't want to be her burden anymore. He followed suit, letting his own blood drip into a glass, then drank it all in one gulp. Guests recorded the shocking scene and quickly spread it online. In the hospital, the best friend and doctors saw the video. Both knew that her father's condition meant he absolutely couldn't drink alcohol, otherwise it could cost him his life. Soon after, her father collapsed. The CEO's godfather insisted that even if he died, it had nothing to do with her, claiming that he only drank for money. But the best friend angrily rebuked him. "Do you even know? 5 years ago, he exchanged his very heart for that 30 billion investment. Without him, your glamorous group would never have been saved." The CEO stood frozen in shock.